Stock music.
Hey everyone! It's been a minute since I've made a video, and I've actually made some videos, but I was trying to do it on my phone, and my phone for some reason won't let me upload to YouTube. So I feel like I'm making the same video like on the third time. As you can see, some things have changed. I now have pink hair, which I'm super happy about, and got it cut short. And anyway, it's new fresh dew for spring now. I just need Texas to get on board with it and stop freezing all the time. I am in my like big bundly coat today because it's 37, 38 degrees outside, and yeah, so I'm ready. I was telling my in-laws the other day, like, I know I'm gonna regret it, but I'm actually missing the warmer weather. And of course, when it's actually warm, then I'm like, I wish it was this cold so I can wear like a jacket or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to do like a little update on like what I've been up to, how the year's going, all that kind of good stuff. So 2018 it began on a rough note. Things it was like that transition time before things get good. You know, it's like it's I know, like it has to look worse before it gets better kind of thing. So there's just some stuff going on and positive changes being made, but it was kind of like the mucky part of it, and it was making me really dread what was going to possibly come from 2018. And anyway, so that's a part of what prompted my hair change, because I was just like kind of low, and I've been thinking about going back pink, because I had pink and purple, lots of different hair colors for a long time, and then toned it down for some time, more natural hair colors, and I was really craving to go back into a more funky color. And although having black hair, and it was not naturally black, it's dyed black, that's not a quick change kind of thing. So I finally took the plunge and did it, and didn't fry my hair off. But I definitely splurged on since I do have a cosmetology license, I have access to all like the good stuff, and so splurged on Blonde Me, lightener and developer and mask, and did it over a few weeks. And so don't just like think that, oh, like she had black hair like a second ago and now it's light enough for pink. That's like, it was like an overnight kind of thing. And then if you want to know, the color is it's a magenta from Missy, and yeah. Anyway, so if you wanted to know what the color was, and yeah, I've been just like wanting short hair for a while now, and I had a hair goal of getting long hair, wearing my hair long, and I did meet that goal. And I've told myself, once I was done with getting there, knowing that I had the patience to grow out my hair, it was like at its longest was probably like the middle of my lower back or lower back area or whatever, and then I could cut it all off. I had to prove myself. And it was kind of a funny thing, because it was right before I turned 30, and I was like, it was a couple years before I turned 30, I was like, I want to make sure to grow my hair out long and its natural color before it turns gray. And not that there's anything wrong with gray hair, it's just a thing that I wanted to do. And so I did, I achieved it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. And then with 2018 starting off so shitty, that I was like, you know what, I want fun hair, I want happy hair, I had just like this whole like change about things, which has kind of been going on again, but definitely like being more outwardly true to myself, like, so like little backstory or whatever. Growing up, like as far as like teens and 20s and stuff, I was really into punk rock and street punk specifically, and you know, I've just totally done up, you know, and after I had my first kid, I toned it down a lot because I was getting harassed and stuff by just like regular people in Texas, and so like at the time I had an art car and it was all like tagged up, and you know, had the pink mohawk and studded jackets and all that kind of stuff, and people would literally like follow me home and harass me or try and run me off the road, like on the freeway and stuff, and yeah, anyway, so once I had my daughter, I was like, okay, that's not acceptable. I mean, it's not acceptable either way, but definitely had to make it safe. So I toned it down, and I painted my car pink and shaved my head, and then, I mean, obviously I shaved my head because I had shaved sides already, and so I shaved off my mohawk and had a Chelsea for a while, and as the rest of my hair grew back, because I already had it was a Chelsea hawk combo, and so I grew my hair out and then kept it more neutral tones, and toned down the outfits and stuff like that or whatever, and did so for at least like outward, like towards the public or whatever. You know, I still had, you know, love the music, love the subculture and everything, but just wasn't living the life, you know. It's being mom instead, and which is not like you can't be mom and do that, you know. It's just, that was just my choice because it was becoming dangerous for me and my child or whatever. So anyway, long story short, we moved into our house, and now that like we have our roots where we are, that I feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna be me, and you know, fuck everything, whatever, you know, and not really, but it's like pretty much it's like I don't mean like fuck everything. It's more like just do it. Just, you know, the times are different. That was like 10 years ago. You know, even though I live in now the outskirts of a very progressive city, you know, it's not a shock anymore. I mean, I remember when I first started dyeing my hair purple when I was like 14, you know, I mean, people had very strange reactions to it, and, you know, you didn't see, you know, street punk kids like in everywhere, or like alternative kids all over the place. There was no Instagram, you know, there was MySpace, but whatever. Anyway, and so now I'm just kind of like just doing it. I guess that's all. It's like and I don't know. Anyway, it's like more to get into than I'm going to or whatever, but yeah, long story short, that's kind of where I am today or whatever. And so I've been getting back into like DIY clothes, and, you know, kind of doing a more grown-up version of how I used to dress in a way, and like, and it's not, you know, like trying to hold on to like my youth or be, you know, how I was in my early 20s or whatever. It just didn't evolve from that, and like just being more, having more fun with it, you know. And it's like, you know, I like textures and prints, and you know, interesting cuts and design and stuff like that, and playing with style, and you know, I have friends that you know I don't see regularly, but they've known me for 10, 15 years or whatever, and every time they see me, they're like, "Dude, you're such a chameleon," you know. It's like because my style's always changing, and you know, it's like from the hair or clothes or whatever, you know, and anyway, it doesn't matter. It's just for fun, and it's a fun way to express yourself. And anyway, but speaking of things, I love my fuzzy leopard print thingy. What is it? Jacket. It has a hood. It's so warm. But and another thing is, like, I've been so like I've mentioned before, I do hair and makeup or whatever, and I was wearing a lot of makeup. I know it looks like I'm wearing a lot of makeup on right now, but I'm actually not wearing any foundation, and I've started kind of switching from wearing heavier amounts of makeup and stuff to going much more natural, and just like really getting more into skincare and stuff. I mean, I've always been really into skincare, but taking time out from makeup to rehab my skin and make sure it's doing well, because you know, prevention is better than trying to correct things. So like if you have blackheads and whiteheads and acne or puffy eyes or fine lines and wrinkles or discoloration, the earlier you start with prevention and trying to correct it, the easier it will be years down the line. So like I started anti-aging skincare when I was 21 or 22, and I remember everyone at the time was like, "Why are you doing it? You don't need it," or whatever. I was like, "It's not for now. It's for when I'm 32, you know? And I'll be 32 in March or whatever." And you know, my skin's doing very well, and you know, I use sunblock every day and proper mask. Anyway, I'll go through it sometime, just because I know people are interested in skincare. I'm super interested in skincare. I like hearing what people are doing. So, which brings me to kind of what I'm going to be doing with some of my videos is I'm going to be showing more DIY skincare stuff, products and things that I use, then some tutorials, like actually I think after this video I'm going to film what is it? Oh my gosh. The aftershave skin toner that I make for my husband, because he has, and you know, if you're a guy watching this, you'll probably relate, but sensitive skin, but also his beard whirls, and so when he shaves, he has to like shave in like one way, then another way, and then like it just, so he ends up breaking out really bad or having really, really bad razor burn and stuff, and he suffered with it for years. And then I made him the thing I'm going to make, and he sprayed it on, and he was like, "Holy crap, like this is amazing." And so I think I'm going to make that video since I have some time after I eat. And oh yes, and I'm going to do, so we've been doing low carb for months. I've lost about 15 pounds. My husband has lost about 20 pounds, and his dad and stepmom have have lost a bunch of weight, but more importantly, his dad has actually reversed his, is reversing, he's almost there, is reversing his diabetes, his type 2 diabetes, and it's fucking amazing. He's been diabetic for 30 something years, and it was finally getting to the point, it wasn't controlled that entire time, and he was getting to the point to where he was going to have to have surgery for his vision. He was on the verge of some issues with his circulation. I mean, he was having circulation with his toes, issues with circulation with his toes, but it was definitely getting to the point of, serious complications from his diabetes. And when he was doing it full force, because they went on vacation and kind of reversed and the good work that they had done before, but he's still so much less insulin dependent. His doctor straight up told him, he's like, keep on doing what you're doing because you're reversing your diabetes. So we are big home cooks, and we like making as much as we can from scratch, because when you're doing low carb and stuff is definitely can be a lifestyle change, and but you have to find hacks and substitutions for things that you love, and so I was thinking that we would do show some of our recipes and stuff and make it fun, just if people are, I'm going to do it either way, but, if you're interested, check them out or whatever. I'll probably do a separate playlist for it, and so that way, it doesn't get cluttered around or whatever. But as far as DIY witchery and spell work and stuff, I haven't done anything this year. I had these intentions at the beginning of 2018 before everything went real yucky, to the end of 2017, right at the end of 2017, I was super jazzed and pumped. I was like, man, I want to do all this spiritual stuff, and I had these lists, and not saying that's not going to happen, but I felt such a high energy with it that I thought oh, I'm just gonna jump into 2018, and I'm gonna get my outside altar set up. I'm gonna get my sunroom set up and have my inside altar that I can go meditate at. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and all this try out different ritual experimentation and all those kind of things, and it's February 11th? 12th. It's the 12th of February, and I've done zero, nothing. So I don't know. It will happen, but it's so where that was the priority of everything, it's shifted all the way down here. Now all this other stuff has lifted. It's been a shifting. A lift and a shift. But some good things have happened. So with the crappy time that I was having, I gained almost 10 pounds back from the 15 I had lost. That doesn't exactly help with the mood, when you're in a shitty mood and then suddenly you gained almost 10 pounds that took you months to lose or whatever. It's pretty depressing for me. Some people may be whatever, cool, I'll lose it, doesn't matter. But I was pretty bummed, and now I'm finally almost back to my lowest from doing the low carb stuff, and so I'm really jazzed about that. But so that was a positive change, that I was able to jump back on the lifestyle change and be better, eating healthier, and exercising more. I started like working out once a week with a friend of mine, which is great because we just go like, it's like social hour, but then suddenly like 45 minutes on the treadmill or whatever machine we're on is like over. And she started the low carb thing too, and she's lost like 10 pounds in a month. And I think she said she started, no, it was like, it's been like 2 months, but that's really good. And she still, has her goals and stuff. And so anyway, we've been doing that, and then just goals about like just eating and drinking healthier, and we've been doing a thing that we're trying to like get our eldest like off the tablet as much as she is obsessed with it. And because it was getting to a point to where it's like we were like, no tablet this evening or whatever. And she would feel like she was being punished and then like feel really sad. I was like, dude, like you don't have to be on a tablet all the time, And it's kind of like catch-22 as well, because she does have dyslexia, and so she gets more help by doing computer related schoolwork or interactive games that it's through her school that they give them, that help her with math and reading or whatever. So she does do those, but I'm like, man, we don't need so much screen time. We got her a guitar, and her grandparents got her, or no, both got her a guitar and ukulele. And I'm like, dude, like we need to have time to practice. So and she's a great songwriter already. Like it blows my mind, like the songs that she puts together. It's really cool. And so we decided, actually yesterday, we're like Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be No Vices or Devices Day, which I came up with the name. And so we're trying to just like keep on track. I'm very proud, you can tell. Anyway, so it's like so like no drinking, and not like we're drinking every other day, but like after that's not Monday or Wednesday, but just that like choose a vice or something, like chocolates or something that just like holds your desire, and then devices as well, because I know we all get a little device obsessed. And my husband was teasing me, saying, he's like, oh, does this apply to you too? I'm like, no. But no, I do need to stay off of it, and I get like too much in the habit of like having something on, and anyway, so that's our thing right now. And then just like working towards getting our house in order still, because we have a lot of projects that need to be done. And yeah, anyway, so I guess that's it. And I will do that video, and then I'll link it below, so you can check it out if you want to. If you want this skin toner, it works great for all over the body. And anyway, I'll tell you in that video or whatever, but it's for both men and women. So just because you don't shave your face doesn't mean that it won't, it isn't useful to you. So I'll put it down below, and that's it. All right, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope your 2018 is going a lot better than mine started out, but just like if it's not going well, just hang in there and things will change. And nothing lasts forever. But otherwise, I really hope that your year is going really well, and hope to see you guys soon. Bye.